course, they're always welcome to go back to Kingsville anytime they want to. They are not required to stay on the island. In fact, you do not see this in the show, but we often go back to Kingsville for shopping trips, just visiting, for day trips. Thank you. That means a lot. Stay strong. Absolutely. What's up, Maisie? We are now friends. Dog friends forever. Arr, arr. Geez, I haven't even proposed to you yet, and they're already asking about our wedding. Well, I guess you can decide the guest list. Just admit it, Dean. I'm going to be planning the whole thing. Well, yeah, probably. Well, honestly, all of the members of Signature Island are of course invited, and Peanut and his sister and his mom are invited, and I guess we'd probably invite some of the celebrities of Webkinz World. We probably should invite all the people that we've met at the Signature Ball. Good point. Alright, you're helping me plan the guest list. I'm not doing this by myself. I would definitely forget people. Absolutely. I feel very special to be on this island. I mean, I'm the only pig. There's lots of cats and wolves and dogs, but I feel very special to be on this island because they accepted me and they love me for who I am, and that is a great feeling, let me tell you. Nah, Steve's not grumpy. That's just his voice. Does he sound grumpy? I thought he was kind of grumpy when I first got here, but I soon came to realize it's just his voice. Well, there's your answer. Not that it came from me. Well, I don't know if we can be best friends because Dean is definitely my best friend, but Sparks, we can definitely be friends. I sure need some more outside the island. I don't really have any. So consider us friends, Sparks. No, not really. That is the glory of acting. We don't actually get hurt. You might think we're hurt, but we're not. Yeah, like, and most of it's just some bumps and bruises from all the fake things that were falling on us. Although that was mostly sound effects. Yeah, don't worry. No real injuries. It's all just acting. Well, I think my favorite thing about the island is that they don't mind that I'm a little awkward and clumsy and, well, I'm taller than everybody else here. They like me for who I am, and even though I'm kind of quiet and I don't really talk much and, well, they probably don't know me as well as they know each other, they still accept me, and they don't ever say anything about the fact that I'm, well, always towering over everybody. It is actually quite easy. I wake up in the morning, have breakfast with my pups and my beautiful Anya. I go and do all the things around the island that I need to with Tulip and Jethro. And at the end of the day, I come back to my pups and Anya, and we have dinner and we have family time, and then we go to bed. And I see all of my friends who are here on the island during the day while I'm taking care of the island. So it is a very good mix. I never feel like I'm left out of any of the things I love to do. It never really is stressful, other than the stress of taking care of the island, but that is expected. Actually, we met at Kinsville Academy. Jethro and Dimitri were in the same class, but they didn't quite get along with Errol as I did. We enjoyed going to the library and studying together, and they didn't quite enjoy school at all. We stayed friends, and we do chat sometimes. Occasionally I go to Kinsville to have lunch with them. Absolutely. I can understand them, and most of the Webkinz on the island cannot. They are not a Woof, and they would not know how to speak Woof. Anya and I can both understand our beautiful pups. I don't really think there's going to be any big changes. I mean, the biggest change was having to adapt while Some of our members were gone, but they're back now, so it's all good. Yes, the island has pretty much resumed back to its normal activities. So there's nothing really to adapt to or any big changes we have to make.
Halloween?
Well, you see, we haven't exactly let the pups celebrate Halloween yet. They were a little too young before. But I think this year they're old enough.
What's Halloween?
Well, it's when you dress up in a costume and you go to different houses and you go trick-or-treating for candy.
Candy?
We're going to need to hire a dentist on the island, I think.
Candy, candy! Well, yeah, I love Cloud. I love you too. You're my bestie. Oh, definitely. They're all together outside the show.
Yeah, basically we become a couple inside the show for a couple outside the show. When I joined the cast of Sanctuary Island, when the show started and I got to know everybody, Cleopatra and I, well, we just kind of clicked and, it just happened. Yeah, so if you see a couple happen inside the show, it's because we're really together. If you see a couple get married on the show, it's because they are married, like Anya and myself. Or if you see a couple have children on a show, it's because they really did have children. Our pups aren't just actors, they're our pups. And as you probably have noticed, Cloud and I, we're officially a couple. Because we are really, finally, officially a couple.
Yeah, we were really unsure about it for like a little bit, but we decided to go for it. So that's why we're actually officially a couple on the show.
And we couldn't be happier.
Pretty much since we started preschool at Kinsville Academy. Yeah, like our teacher wanted us to do a painting project together. And like all the other Webkinz students were just so gross and messy. But I knew how neat Cloud was because like her desk was really, really organized and neat, just like mine. So I went up to her and said, look, we don't like to be messy and like I don't want to make a huge mess on this project, so can we just be partners? And like I was so surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, will you be my best friend? And I said yeah, so we've basically been friends ever since, and we're going to be friends for like ever.
Well, the best veggie to eat, of course, is broccoli. I can pretend it's a tree, and it's a lot of fun to eat. Dogs can't really eat trees, but it's fun to imagine. I think my least favourite vegetable, though, is carrots, because they're so hard to eat, and they're crunchy, and it's hard on my teeth. But Steve says they're healthy, so I have to eat them. Whereas I just hate all vegetables. They stink. But you're gonna eat them because you want to be healthy. Yeah. I love having Hermione here. Like, we get to play games, and sometimes we don't always get along, but it's nice to have somebody my age to play with, because you probably noticed there's not really anybody my age. I mean, there are the pups, but they're kind of too young, and they don't like to play the same games as I do, and they weren't here before Hermione was here, so yeah, I really like having her here. I mean, Steve's fun too, but he just doesn't get me, you know? What? What? Why would I be afraid of clowns? I mean, that's crazy. Wait, they aren't dangerous, are they? Are they? Are they? Maybe I should, how about we hire a clown for your birthday? How about we not? Yeah, let's just say I'm afraid of clowns. It was very hard. Very hard. Kara is my pup, of course, and she's a very, very good actress. Emotional scenes like that are very hard to do. She was absolutely wonderful, and from the comments that we have seen, she did a great job tugging at the heartstrings. It was hard not to get up and hug her, and I know Anya wanted to do the same thing, but the scene turned out wonderful. Temporary pain was worth it.
How old are you, Brandon?
We're both the same age, but... Wait, okay, so when were you born?
You really don't remember my birthday.
Well, of course I do. How long ago? I mean...
I don't know, was it that long ago?
You could be waiting for hours for them to figure it out, so I'll just tell you. They're pretty much the same age. They really only differ by a couple of days.
Oh, really? But wait, who's older by days?
You're not gonna know until you're old enough to figure it out by yourself. I don't need you two demanding that you're older so you get special treatment.
Darn it, Steve!
Actually, that's probably a good idea.
I mean, if I was older, well, we all know that I probably am older because I'm smarter.
What? You're crazy. See what I mean?